Whoa, yo, hello everyone. And it's been quite some time, but I'm thinking about ideas while I've been gone. And I wanted to do like a little mini series on um a spin-off of what cultures how WWE should have booked, which it pretty much is the same title. How WWE should have booked a certain superstar. So I'm gonna go through like quite a few wrestlers who have unfortunately been put in a position where they can't really choose what they want to do. They're not put in a position where they've had good matches and good um, kind of roles, compared to John Cena, Randy Orton, um, Triple H. I could go on with legends. There are people who probably should be legends, but unfortunately, creative decided, you know what? Nah, we're gonna make him do silly segments and not really participate in any some sort of actual good match. So this will be a collective amount. I'm gonna just describe about their career so far in wrestling and how I personally would have liked to see how the outcome was. So today we're gonna go through the first of the episodes. As you probably can see by the title, we're gonna be talking about probably the man who I think was screwed over the most by talent, of creative talent anyways. A guy who has so much potential to be world champion. I hope they can. I don't know if they can even pick it back up, to be honest, but they should one day. That's Ricochet. Now, Ricochet has been in the wrestling business for many years, since I think as early as 2003. He's been to New Japan. He has been to, I think, Ring of Honor. He's been to quite a few companies. But he joined WWE's NXT back in 2018. He had his first match against Fabian Aicher. Um, I can't remember. He's one half of Imperium from NXT UK. Beat him in his debut match, and I think on that same night, if I'm not wrong, he was announced to compete in the or the seven man, I'm pretty sure, NXT North American ladder match, the first ever match for the North American title, and to this day, I think by far the best ladder match to ever exist. Now, a lot of people might disagree with the tag team ladder match at WrestleMania with the Hardys and the Dudleys, but this match right here blows out the water. Probably, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a six-star match, but it contained people such as EC3, Adam Cole, Velveteen Dream, Lars Sullivan, Killian Dane, Ricochet. Some of those names I mentioned have already been ruined by talent, but Ricochet did not win. It was Adam Cole to win that first championship. But do not worry, Ricochet, because talent actually listens. And 4 months after that match, he did beat Adam Cole at Brooklyn, NXT Takeover Brooklyn 4, and he held the title for about 6 months before dropping it to Johnny Gargano in January 2019. Um, which I mean, fair enough. 6 months for a first championship hasn't even been there for a year. That's very good. Not a lot of wrestlers can say they've done that. And that was good. That was a good start, you know. Ricochet had it for half a year, dropped it, and then he went to Raw and SmackDown, and that made no sense, did it? Pretty much while this was going on, the Dusty Rhodes Classic Tag Team tournament was going on, and Ricochet and Aleister Black actually won that. So Ricochet had two like accomplishments already on him, and WWE decided to, for some reason, call him up. Um, Aleister Black kind of makes sense because he was already world champion. I'm pretty sure he dropped it the same night as Ricochet did as well. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that did happen to Andrade. But I could be wrong once again. They they decided to form a team. I can't remember what the name was. I'm pretty sure it's just Ricochet and Aleister Black. But they put them on Raw and SmackDown as a tag team, and then they went to go for the Raw not the Raw, was it the Raw? I think it was the Raw tag team titles, which they lost at Fastlane. A month later, they were in the WrestleMania pre-show match, going up against the Bar. I think Rusev and Shinsuke Nakamura and the Usos, and they lost that too. The Usos did retain. I think the night after that was a brand split, and Aleister Black went to SmackDown, Ricochet stayed on Raw, so that team split. I think I don't think Ricochet and Aleister Black should have won, personally, say, um, at WrestleMania, but maybe later down the line of Money in the Bank, so they would have had a rematch or whatever. They should have stayed as a tag team because they were a pretty good tag team, but I guess management didn't want that. Let's see what they have next to offer. Ricochet did go in the Money in the Bank ladder match that year, which Brock Lesnar, who wasn't even in the match, won. Which I'm still surprised to this day, to be honest. That's kind of sad. Mustafa Ali should have won that, but it's alright. We move on. He might pop up soon one day for the WWE wrestlers who got screwed. Um, he did then later on, I think a month later, at Stomping Grounds, beat Samoa Joe for the US title, which was very surprising. He picked up another title, two titles, well, technically two titles in 1 year, which was huge. Everyone was like, okay, yes, Ricochet's a high flyer, he's really great in the ring. How long is he going to hold it for? Not long, because shortly after he did have a feud with AJ Styles, which he dropped the title in only 21 days. My man did not even get a month with that US title, which is very unfortunate because he could have done a lot for the titles, um, prestige, but whatever. I mean, seeing the US title state right now with Bobby Lashley, not too great, I'm not gonna front. He did pick it back up though, as he was part of the Roman Reign. Well, I say Roman Reign, the Hulk Hogan team versus Ric Flair team at Crown Jewels. But then again, it's Crown Jewels, so it's not that much of an accomplishment. It's one-off show. Um, he was then also put in the Survivor Series match with NXT, SmackDown, and Raw, which Raw did lose. And Ricochet, if you did see the match, Ricochet got like beaten around that entire match. He was kind of useless. I'm not gonna front. Not a lot happened to Ricochet until the Royal Rumble, which he didn't even last 5 minutes. He came out to the ring. Brock Lesnar was there. He helped Drew McIntyre eliminate Brock Lesnar by low blowing Brock Lesnar, and then the rest is history for Drew McIntyre. I think that following week, Ricochet was put in a triple threat match against Seth Rollins and I wanna say Kevin Owens. I could be wrong though. And he did win. The winner faces Brock Lesnar at the next pay-per-view, which some probably trash pay-per-view, which I forgot. And everyone was excited. They were like, okay, Brock Lesnar is gonna win, but this is gonna be a good match. Ricochet can show his athleticism. Brock can probably do some selling moves, just like when he had AJ Styles match at Survivor Series like 2017. And he lost in 2 minutes. I'm pretty sure Ricochet lasted longer in the Royal Rumble than in his match with Brock Lesnar. Now, don't get me wrong, right? Brock Lesnar is supposed to be kind of shown as the beast incarnate, the man who can just break anyone. But have a match, have a proper match. If it was a 10-15 minute match, I wanted to see Ricochet do some backflip 360 moves onto Brock Lesnar. Do something that will hurt Brock, that will make Brock stunned or slow down, as if he was in a match with Roman Reigns, not a jobber like Heath Slater. Pretty sure, if him and Heath Slater had a match, Heath Slater would last longer. It's just sad to see. And it doesn't get better here because they put him in a tag team with Cedric Alexander not long later. Which, I mean, fine. Cedric Alexander, what a great talent that's wasted. They could go for the tag titles, you'd think. Um, Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins held the titles for some time now. They could lose them. No, Cedric Alexander turns on Ricochet and joins the Ministry or whatever the hell the team is called, and that's where we are really. It's kind of sad seeing Ricochet, a man who has been many places, won many world titles, just lost everything, and I don't think it's gonna get better. But This is how WWE should have booked. So WWE, if you're watching, which the likeness is 100% not, but these are some tips they should learn from my personal opinion. So if you think, why would he do that? Then that's your opinion. Um, but this is how it should go. Now, we're not going to go all the way back to the start of NXT. It's fine if him losing to Johnny Gargano, right? And also, yes, have him and Aleister Black win the Dusty Rhodes tag team, but do not call them up. Keep them in NXT, okay? Now, I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but Johnny Gargano and Ricochet did have a rematch, which Johnny Gargano did retain. So we'll just forget that rematch. But if it didn't happen, then yeah, have one rematch, which Johnny Gargano retains. Have Aleister Black and Ricochet face the Viking Raiders. Now, the Viking Raiders, I'm pretty sure, did get called up not long after. They got called up like 2 months after Aleister Black and Ricochet. So just have them face. And the last match they had was the night before WrestleMania. Have them beat the Viking Raiders to win the tag titles. This will be a huge boost. Just like how Matt Riddle and Pete Dunne won the tag titles. Have them win the tag team titles. And have them keep them for, let's say, I don't know. I want to say like 4 months, right? Until I think Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins did take the titles. Or whoever even took the titles from Viking Raiders. Have them lose to them, right? Undisputed Era, whatever. Whoever beats them, they have a rivalry for about 2 months. So this leads to about, I don't know, Survivor Series. Now, Survivor Series, NXT, Raw and SmackDown is still going to happen. So have Ricochet and Aleister Black in that match with, so get rid of like Damian Priest and keep Keith Lee in. Um, I can't exactly remember who else was there, but just get rid of some random bumble who isn't that important. Put those two in, right? They will lose, you know, the outcome is going to be the same. SmackDown does win, but it's okay. Have Ricochet do something. Don't have him getting flinged around. I mean, that is his thing, of course, because he's a high flyer. But have him, do his thing and have it so in the match, Ricochet accidentally, per se, bumps into Aleister Black, right? Have it so, I'm just gonna think of someone on the Raw side. Seth Rollins and Aleister Black in the ring. Seth Rollins is, you know, um, looking at Ricochet. Ricochet's on the ring side. Seth Rollins walks up to Aleister Black and starts talking smack. Aleister Black runs towards Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins ducks out the way, and Ricochet does like a sidekick, hitting Aleister Black back. Seth Rollins then goes for a roll up, 1, 2, no. There's a super kick to Aleister Black and then a curb stomp, getting Aleister Black out. The following Wednesday comes, and Aleister Black gets a little angry about it. He goes, "We could have won the match if you didn't hit me." Ricochet says, "You know it was an accident, I'm sorry," and Aleister Black forgives him. They then have a number one contendership match that following week going up, and Ricochet is in the ring. He's getting beaten up by, I don't even know, any team, right? Think of a team, don't care. He's getting beaten up, and then what happens? He, Aleister Black, he goes for the tag. Aleister Black jumps out the way, and Aleister Black just looks at the ground. And Ricochet gets out and he goes, "What the hell?" He's speaking to him. And Aleister Black masses Ricochet, knocking him out. Picks up Ricochet, throws him back in. The tag team, whoever they're facing, gets the win. A week later, which is probably going to be coming to a pay-per-view soon, right? Would it seem so? NXT has a pay-per-view once or twice a month, once a month or once every 2 months. Ricochet comes out, calls out Aleister Black, talks about why he did it, and all that. Aleister just got really angry. He said, "You're dragging me down. Ever since we lost the tag titles, it's not been great, and I just do not think that you hit me on by accident." Aleister Black and Ricochet got a little feud heated, a little angry, and Aleister Black has a match later on against don't know, I'm thinking of a name. Roderick Strong. He has a match. Ricochet's music plays. Aleister Black's a little distracted. Roderick Strong hits his finisher on Aleister Black, gets the win. Ricochet then comes out, looks looks at Aleister Black and shakes his head. Then you hear William Regal's music comes out, and he goes, "At the next NXT takeover, you two will be facing the winner. I don't know. The winner faces Adam Cole for the World Heavyweight Championship." And it's a bit interesting because this is a feud that I feel like at the time, probably this would be about December, right? There's not a lot of feuds going on. There isn't. So Ricochet and Aleister Black face off, and Ricochet wins. And the reason why Ricochet wins is because Aleister Black is, let's just say, not going to be in NXT for long. He's been in NXT longer. He's had 2 world titles. I think this is true, yeah. 2 world titles it should be. If it's one, then it's one more than Ricochet. And Ricochet faces off against Adam Cole the next week. Or not the next week, because they faced off at the pay-per-view. I'm starting to lose my words here, but it's okay. We're doing it live. So Ricochet and Aleister Black, they look at each other, and Aleister thanks him uh, for everything. That same night, Aleister Black goes up against Adam Cole just for a number 1-1. Undisputed Era gets in the way. Ricochet runs out to help Aleister Black. They've hit their finishes, got chairs at the ring. Aleister Black hugs Ricochet, and Aleister Black announces he's going to SmackDown. Now, just a little spoiler, Aleister Black's story, who we will be talking about, will continue from there. So don't think I just forgot about Aleister Black. In a future episode, we will be talking about it, if I remember. I'm hoping I will. Anyways, so Ricochet and Adam Cole have a match. I assume it's gonna be the end of the year or the start of January, whatever pay-per-view is. NXT has a lot of takeovers. I can't remember them. They face off, and I know this might mess with the storyline a little bit, but Adam Cole is going to lose. Okay, he is a 2-time world champion. He is one of the longest reigning champions, and I think even if he did lose it, I think he would be the longest reigning champion still. But if I'm wrong, I'm sorry, Adam Cole. You've won every title in NXT. You are definitely not booked wrong for the moment, anyways. So Ricochet wins it, big celebration. Then for the next coming weeks, he just faces the whole of Undisputed Era. Right? They are angry. They are annoyed, and he beats Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish. Then the final week, it's like a 3-on-1 handicap, and they beat Ricochet. They beat him up, so Ricochet's a little injured going into the match with Adam Cole in their rematch. Ricochet does pull out the win and get it, and then Ricochet decides to find a new opponent, and he gets his answer to Velveteen Dream. Now, yes, Adam Cole and Velveteen Dream was supposed to be originally having the match, but now Ricochet will be replacing it, and this match has already happened. If you did not know, after the Adam Cole and Ricochet in the 7-man ladder match at the start, Ricochet and Velveteen Dream did have a feud, and Ricochet did pull off. And he will pull off again this time. I know Velveteen Dream has not successfully won that world title, but don't worry, people, we will be getting to it in the future. I'm giving you some spoilers here, there's quite a few. WWE, Jesus Christ. But back to the track. Ricochet beats Velveteen Dream. Let's just say in a Iron Man match, because these guys can probably pull off a really good Iron Man match. They do so. Then a month later, which I think we're at WrestleMania now, Ricochet goes up against. No, this one's hard. I think we will have Adam Cole and Velveteen Dream in a triple threat. And Velveteen Dream's about it. He hits his elbow on Adam Cole. 1, 2, and Ricochet does his like 720 or 650 splash on Velveteen Dream, pinning Adam Cole to get the win. He goes for a new opponent, which is Johnny Gargano. Because if I'm not wrong, Johnny Gargano did beat Tommaso Ciampa by this point. If he didn't, then oh well, he'll have to face the Master Champ at a different time. These two have a feud, and it lasts about 2 months, so it ends about Extreme Rules. Ricochet wins both, of course, as he would. They put on some really good matches, and then Ricochet faces Keith Lee, and it's for both titles. And yes, Keith Lee beats Ricochet. Ricochet held the world title for about 5 months, and he beat Ricochet. In a pretty good match actually. Ricochet then faces Keith Lee one more time in a rematch. Ricochet loses, and then he sets his feuds somewhere else. Probably someone like Timothy Thatcher, or maybe Karrion Kross, maybe even Finn Balor, because Finn Balor would have been there by now. But a new feud, a new time, and we're probably gonna get to the point where, Ricochet is gonna be, let's just say, close to coming at the end of NXT, and I feel like he's gonna have his final match soon, which will probably put him at maybe like I don't know what his final match would be. I would like to see Ricochet's final match against, I don't even know. There's a lot of good names at NXT. I feel like it only gets to a certain point of a story where you can tell before you can't tell anymore. But we're gonna leave it off as Ricochet at this point in time, because I've kind of told the story up to now, 2020, September, and we started at January 2019. So Ricochet won the tag titles with Aleister Black, dropped them, had a mini feud with him, beat Adam Cole, held it for a while, and dropped it to Keith Lee. And now, at this point, going into October, Ricochet will start a feud with Finn Balor. Now you're probably thinking, Finn Balor, he's not world champion. In this alternate universe, Finn Balor has not won the world title yet. Keith Lee did not drop both the titles to Karrion Kross, because that was kind of dumb, him drop it that early in my opinion, but whatever. Which means Karrion Kross would have never got injured, which Karrion Kross can probably feud Keith Lee for a couple of months. But we're ending it off. Ricochet is still in NXT in 2020, because you can have people who have been there for a while, Adam Cole, Undisputed Era, yeah? But Ricochet ends off a world champ, a tag champ, and not a jobber. WWE, this is how you should have booked Ricochet. These will be coming out the next couple of weeks, hopefully, if I'm not lazy. I don't think I will be, but we'll have to see. I hope you enjoyed the first episode of how WWE should have booked Ricochet. You shouldn't be a jobber. You should definitely be in the main event scenes. 100%. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. And see you in the next one. Bye bye. I'm going to end off with the camera hitting again.